Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today Update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kody Brown blames Robyn Brown as a scapegoat for the family breakup in Sister Wives. Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, keeps blaming Robyn Brown for his misbehavior. Robyn has been calling herself the Brown family scapegoat for years. But was she directing the finger at Kody, even if supporters thought she was alluding to the treatment of the wider family? Kody Brown, who has been increasingly estranged from his three initial wives and their combined children, has clung to Robyn Brown throughout the last seasons of Sister Wives. He has even gone so far as to threaten to punch you in the mouth if any of his kids mentioned Robyn. He cannot have a positive relationship with his family using that kind of speech. Robyn is at the heart of it all. Viewers will never know if she is quietly fanning the flames with Kody. But in the most recent episode of the show, he stated, "I will not cut Robyn off to have a relationship with my children." But did any of his kids request that he do it? Or is Kody willing to forego his own extended family in order to keep Robyn close, because he is so desperate to keep her? Robyn once said, "My mom calls me the scapegoat for the Brown family." She might be. But to what extent is this her own fault, and to what extent is Kody blaming Robyn for his decisions? Kody Brown admitted to still loving his kids in front of TLC's cameras. "The door will always be open to them," he continued. He did, however, place the burden of reconciliation on them to come through that door. In order to maintain a relationship with him, Kody is so once more trying to blame the children for their apologies. He then implied that, more than 10 years after their initial spiritual marriage, his adult children were still at odds with Robyn Brown. In 2014, the couple was married legally. His children have accepted his relationship with Robyn, Kody clarified. He said, "I'm going to hold this hand next to me and I won't let go of that hand, but I'm going to be holding a hand out for that." Kody doesn't realize, though, that although Robyn has frequently done and said things that have angered them, the older Brown children's issue is with their father. In the end, Kody had a duty as a parent to foster those bonds before they were permanently cut off. Fans of Sister Wives expressed their disapproval of Kody and Robyn Brown's persistent victimization in a Reddit thread. Robyn and Kody have had enough of blaming one another and the rest of the family for their negative behavior over the years. He keeps yelling that Robyn is more significant to those children than you are by prioritizing her children, and her desires. One fan said, "It must break their hearts." He doesn't understand that it's not about Robyn. It's him. The issue is him. How does Robyn feel about his insistence on placing the blame on her? A second Redditor asked. According to a third party, Robyn could be exactly as she is and he could say, "No Robyn, I need to see my kids." He decided not to, and it doesn't matter if that was due of her or not, he made that decision. A fourth viewer clarified, Robyn would love being the blame for the estrangement because it further cements her as the victim of his kids and bonds them tighter as he has to swoop in and save her again by demanding apologies, while she can play the benevolent martyr who doesn't need an apology, despite feeling emotionally unsafe. Otherwise, she would have him handcuffed in a basement. Does Christine's father still practice polygamy as a sister wife? Questions were raised when Sister Wives viewers noticed that Christine Brown Woolley's father, Rex Allred, was present at her wedding. First, does Rex still follow the polygamous lifestyle of the Apostolic United Brethren? Christine Brown Woolley's parents are shown together in Sister Wives. David Woolley and Christine Brown Woolley were married in the most recent Sister Wives program. Both Christine's father, Rex Allred, and mother, Ruth Ann Stevens, were present. However, Annie's embarrassment in leaving her father caused her and Christine to become alienated for many years. At the wedding, however, they reunited and got along well. Fans may recall that Christine's royal status inside the AUB drew Kody Brown's attention. The prophet and one of the church's founders was Rulon Allred, Rex's father. Both Christine's parents expressed their affection for her at the wedding. Fans questioned whether Rex still engages in polygamy, though, and expressed astonishment that both of them were present. Does Christine's father still practice polygamy? One Sister Wives fan expressed on Reddit how taken aback they were to see Christine Brown's parents there. Similarly, it prompted the user to ask about Rex Allred's present polygamous status. Christine's dad had only one wife after Annie left, writes another user. Oh, interesting, since he was considered polygamous royalty, another person adds. Rex never decided to take another wife after Annie left, despite the fact that he apparently still supports polygamy. Annie Stevens talked about her marriage to Rex Allred in a Sister Wives episode from season 8. Notably, she was 6 months pregnant when she graduated from high school, and she acknowledged that she didn't even like him when they were married at the age of 17. Annie explains that they courted the girl next door after 11 years of marriage as the first wife. They started courting right away because they thought that getting another wife was the key to heaven. When Christine Brown Woolley was 5 years old, Rex and Annie welcomed their new bride. Unfortunately, when Annie left the marriage and the faith, Christine's entire world was wrecked. Despite the fact that Sister Wives just briefly discusses Rex Allred's life, Christine Brown Woolley's royal position within the church has been discussed. Notably, Annie's tale was included in a 2007 documentary on the family before Sister Wives began. The documentary Daughters of the Cult, which was made available on Hulu, also discussed some aspects of Christine's uncle Ervil Allred's history of murder. Rulon Allred, her grandfather, was one of the killers. A few Redditors went back to their polygamous royal ancestry. Robyn Brown, star of Sister Wives, is biased toward her 5 children, but she typically attempts to hide it. She makes a mistake, though, and unthinkingly refers to her kids as the core of the Brown family in a recent episode. Robyn Brown refused to let go. Robyn Brown was unable to comprehend Sister Wives' depiction of Kody Brown confronting her about ending her polygamy. Moreover, Robyn refused to accept it. She tried to get Kody to reconsider in a moment of denial, but Kody drew a line in the sand and tried to talk his pretty monogamous wife into thinking differently. He firmly advised her to move on. He is royalty, after all, just like Christine. However, the leaders were the generation who came before him. Rex's father, followed by his uncle, who was technically also royalty because I believe she was Annie's stepfather. I've long pondered whether Rex's polygamy was only a result of social pressure. Because he had the opportunity to choose another wife when Annie left, but he chose not to. Furthermore, another Redditor pointed out that David Preston Jessup, Robyn's ex-boyfriend, is Rulon Allred's grandson. Yes, Robyn's ex-husband may also have grandchildren. Thus, he was also royalty in Kody's mind. Although the final episode of Sister Wives demonstrated that Rex Allred was in favor of Christine Brown's new husband, David Woolley, it seems that Kody Brown was never up to par. Similarly, some people think that Kody was expelled from the church because of Rex. Why, in your opinion, did Rex Allred decide against taking a second wife? Do you believe that Rex, rather than merely his hair, was the cause of Kody Brown's excommunication? Are you eager to watch more Sister Wives episodes? Please leave a remark below. She acknowledged that Christine Brown, Janelle, and Sister Wives Mary had changed over time, but she didn't believe she had. However, as she analyzed the causes of the multiple marriages' dissolution, she made the mistake of blaming others before unintentionally revealing her own views for the core of the family. Sister Wives Robyn makes a mistake and refers to her children as the core of the Brown family. Robyn Brown is seized by reality YouTuber Amanda, who claims that Dayton, Aurora, Brianna, Solomon, and Ariella are the true members of the Brown family. She catches Robyn's error in her episode. Robyn downgrades Kody's 13 other kids. As Amanda notes, Robyn discusses the OG3's attitude toward family. There was less of this focus on the family, Robyn remarks, gesturing with her hands to illustrate a brief aspect of the family. Amanda responds, we all know she means her and her kids. She says, the group, the main part of the family, and then gestures aside, saying, not the kids out there, and that's where they wanted to focus more on the kids that have moved away. Additionally, Robyn doesn't mean truly, Amanda continues. She is not referring to Savannah, who is currently enrolled in high school alongside Robyn's daughter, Brianna. We are aware that neither Truly nor Savannah put forth any attempt to spend time together. Robyn goes on to remark, the kids who moved away are the outsiders here. She goes on to say that these kids who moved away are also known as Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown's children. Additionally, she notes that 3 of Robyn's 5 children are older than 18 but still live at home. Amanda also discusses how Robyn's facial expressions have changed significantly as the Sister Wives series has progressed. Sister Wives followers noticed Robyn Brown's slip-up on Reddit when she mentioned her children as the main family. One user states, Robyn refers to her kids as the core family. Many other Redditors also contribute their opinions. She is simply upset that she isn't the center of the family as she had always hoped. She despises Christine because of this. I have been watching the earlier seasons recently and the change in her expressions and overall demeanor is insane, said another, who observes her changes through Sister Wives. She used to be quite happy, almost vivacious, and humorous, but now she just displays one expression. Our Lady of Perpetual Concern, quips another. The majority of the original children had her number from the start. Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, establishes a Robyn rule: if other children return, Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, like it when his family gets along. His word was law while his children were younger. They were supposed to do as he instructed. He has acknowledged, nevertheless, that raising his children became considerably more challenging as they grew older. However, he reverts to his pattern in the most recent episode by establishing a Robyn rule that his other children must abide by if they decide to return. Kody Brown battles his distanced connections. Kody Brown, the patriarch of Sister Wives, is undoubtedly still hurting from his children's rejection. He seems to experience FOMO, exclusion, and even disregard. Robyn was upset that Kody could abandon his children so readily earlier in season 19. She seemed to be begging Kody to get in touch, camp out, and take any action required to mend fences. Maddie Brown Brush was moved to tears during the lead-up to Christine Brown Woolley and David Woolley's wedding in the most recent episode. Maddie acknowledges that she loves David amidst her conflict with Kody. Robyn was trying to convince Kody to get back in touch with kids like Garrison Brown, Gabe, and Maddie Brown Brush, to mention a few. Their father's treatment of their mother and the family's regulations had caused them to suffer. But Kody pressed his heels together and said, I'll try, Robyn. He goes on to say, when I get over that, those children who are open to me will get my attention. However, when he invites his kids to return, he adds additional rules to the already delicate scenario. I've spent a year here just lamenting the situation. In the Sister Wives episode that aired on January 12th, Kody Brown proposed a new rule regarding Robyn when his children returned. He talks about Robyn and her children and his new life. He admits that his life is different now, saying, it's a real different world, the world that I have with Robyn and our children. It's lovely, pleasant, and kind, he says. It's modest, I must admit. Despite his newfound tranquility, he wasn't entirely satisfied. I think I need a lot of attention, he continues. Being somewhere where I don't receive as much attention has been different. Kody Brown is allowing his estranged children to rejoin, but he has some stringent requirements. One of the key catches is, they've got to come through that door. He stated, but my children will always be my children and the door will always be open for them. Kody explains, I'm going to be holding a hand out for that. Despite this, he makes it clear where his loyalties lie. To ensure there is no doubt, he reiterates, I will not cut off Robyn to have a relationship with my children. He then shows himself with Robyn and says, but I'm going to be holding this hand that's next to me, and I won't let go of that hand. The children don't appear to be requesting that he exclude Robyn, though. Although Sister Wives has shown that Kody Brown thinks his pretty and shy wife is the reason the children aren't gravitating toward him, there appear to be other contributing causes. Robyn wasn't the only factor in Janelle Brown's decision to choose her children and dogs. It had to do with Kody's behavior. Many of the difficulties were caused by his failure to accept responsibility for his acts, even though some of them were due to his bias. Kody must consistently put in the effort to mend the relationships with the majority of the children. It appears that he blames others and flips the issues around. Who makes the first cave? Kody Brown did, however, express his heartbreak, but he is easily discouraged. Kody concluded it was his children's duty to try at that moment after they failed to return his call. He responded to Robyn's prodding to get back together by saying, "I'm not going to reach out forever." Some people think that parental-child relationships shouldn't have to be reciprocal, but when they're adults, yeah, they do, he replied. He thought her suggestion was ridiculous and added, "I'm not going to camp out on somebody's doorstep." Maddie Brown Brush recently talked about how Kody's rules are frequently the real reason why his children back off. "I'm willing to make the effort, but somebody else is going to have to be on the other end of that and make some effort too," he said. "Kody doesn't respect boundaries, and you have to play by his rules, and I just don't care to do that," she stated on her previous podcast, The Authentic Society.